What's going on, guys? Climate Data Report here with this special Saturday evening weather update for Saturday, June 29th, 2024. Tropical Storm Beryl is now, as of 5 p.m., Hurricane Beryl. The National Hurricane Center says Beryl is now a hurricane and forecast to intensify quickly, expected to bring life-threatening winds and storm surge to the Windward Islands as a major hurricane. We've been talking about this for several days. We've been watching the models trend stronger. Beryl has just gone on a path of its own. I mean, the conditions weren't even all that favorable because there was dry African dust at play, and here we are. Beryl has now become a hurricane, and it is expected to continue to get stronger. Hey, if you're new to my channel, subscribe down below, give this video a thumbs up, hit that notification bell. You want to be notified when I do my updates, and you want to be informed with what's going on because this is a quickly evolving situation, and we're going to talk about the current strength and where Beryl may be heading. Yes, there have been some changes on the 12Z models. First off, the 5 p.m. numbers. As of 5 p.m., Beryl is moving westward at 22 miles per hour. The minimum pressure is 992 millibars. The maximum sustained winds are now 75 miles per hour. Hurricane watches do continue for portions of the Windward Islands, and you can see it's going to go right over that area. Are even hurricane warnings up now as well, and it is expected to be a major Category 3 hurricane at that point. If you live in that area, please take precautions immediately. If you know someone who lives there, get them on the phone. Tell them, hey, you're under a hurricane warning. You're under a hurricane watch. And Beryl continues to get stronger, and it's going to be a major storm. This has really evolved quickly because it's going to be a major hurricane by 2 a.m. Monday. So we're talking Saturday evening right now. You have one day to prepare in these areas. You need to start doing that now. If you live in Jamaica, keep an eye on this. As of 2 p.m. Wednesday, it is expected to come to you as a hurricane. It won't be major at that point, but we have to keep watching this. I mean, this has been evolving, and you can see it's going to stay major pretty close to you, but it will weaken some. Then from there, there's a cone of uncertainty, which widens a little bit, and it could head towards the Yucatan Peninsula. It could head more southward towards Belize, or it could even turn and maybe head for the Gulf. We'll have to watch that. Moving on now to the latest satellite IR infrared picture, and you can see here the loop here. It's getting more and more impressive. We don't see an eye wall just yet, but I suspect when we do our video tomorrow, we may see an eye wall forming with Beryl. Moving on now to intensity guidance. Look at this. It's expected to rapidly intensify. It's already a Category 1. And it's going to quickly go up to Category 2 and then continue its way over to Category 3. Only one tropical model takes it to Category 4. I don't think it will get to Category 4, but who knows? This has surprised so far, but definitely looking like a healthy Category 3 hurricane with 110 mile per hour winds is going to be likely. Moving on now to tropical guidance for track, and we can see it's going to continue westward, maybe a little northwest at times, but for the most part westward. And you can see here it's going to head towards Jamaica. It's going to be a direct hit for Jamaica on this guidance. Then the question becomes, does it turn more west? Does it turn more northwest and head over to Yucatan Peninsula and then go into the Gulf of Mexico? Modeling still a little bit in disagreement. That's okay. We have a lot of time. We need to be worried about what's happening over the Windward Islands and Jamaica right now. Then we'll start to wonder, well, what's going to happen in the Gulf? And we're going to take a look at it. First off, let's take a look at the GFS. And we can see here, the 12Z GFS, as this continues westward, does take this to a strong 2 or Category 3, likely a Category 3, right over the Windward Islands. It then continues westward, goes directly over Jamaica as what would probably be a Category 1, maybe strong Category 1 on Wednesday. And as we advance this even further, we can see it goes over to Yucatan Peninsula and then goes into the Gulf of Mexico and right along the Texas-Mexico border, just south of Texas, I should say, is where it makes landfall. Now taking a look at what goes on with the EPS, because you need to see this as well. The European Ensemble Prediction Model System is really impressive. Take a look at this. You can see here, as I advance it, the tracks do take it over to Windward Islands, and most of them do take it over Jamaica. There's a cluster that goes south, there's a couple that go way north, but watch this. As we get closer to Mexico, there is quite a few members that take it into the wide open, warm Gulf of Mexico, and that is concerning. Let's change the view on this to the continental U.S., and you can see here, there are several members that do take it into the Gulf of Mexico, some of them up to Texas, some of them up to Louisiana, and many of them do go to Mexico. We have a lot of time to continue following this. Right now, what we need to focus on is the shorter range. We know this is going to be a big threat for the Windward Islands, a big threat for Jamaica. It could still shift south of Jamaica or north of Jamaica. And then after that, as we get into, say, early parts of next week, Monday and Tuesday, that's when we start keeping our eyes a little more open as to whether or not this could go into the Gulf of Mexico. And now let's take a look at something else real quickly. I did want to show you this, an update on today's severe weather. And we can see here, the slight risk, it's verifying so far. There have been storm reports. However, what's not verifying so far is this tornado watch that is out. There have not been any tornado warned storms yet. Doesn't mean there can't be any. There still very well could be some tornado warned storms this evening. But right now, there are slight risk area. It does go from portions of Indiana into Pennsylvania and into Ohio and upstate New York. There is also a severe thunderstorm watch that was just issued for eastern Pennsylvania because there is a squall line that is now forming across portions of Pennsylvania, and I will show you that right here. You can see here, there's a rather impressive squall line starting to get going from the Maryland border right on up into central Pennsylvania up to along I-80. That will continue eastward, but you see behind us there are several other little areas of showers and storms, and then this impressive one that is headed towards the Cincinnati metro area. You really want to pay attention to this. That is a strong bow echo. Look at that. Straight line winds and wind damage from that are going to be a significant threat. That is all part of a disturbance that is riding along this frontal boundary. We will have to watch that disturbance as we head into tonight. Why? Well, take a look at this. Here's the latest HUR run, and I'm going to switch this to the northeast view. You can see here, the squall line that's forming in Pennsylvania continues to move east. Then the disturbance, you can see here, lots of clusters of storms do get going along this front. And with that, you will have the potential for flash flooding and maybe even continued severe thunderstorms that will go into the nighttime. And if you do get any rotation or tornadic cells with this, well, now you're talking about overnight when most people are sleeping, and that's when it gets dangerous. You want to have a weather radio or some way of knowing if you're under a warning. Have your phone's volume up. If you go under a tornado warning, your phone will notify you. Hopefully you have the notifications turned on. If you have the volume turned up, it will go off, notify you, hey, you're under a tornado warning. Get to your safe spot immediately. Alrighty, recapping this video. As of 5 p.m., Beryl is now a hurricane, and Beryl is expected to continue to rapidly strengthen into a major hurricane, and it is headed for the Windward Islands, and then eventually, middle of next week, it will make its way towards Jamaica. We'll have another weather update again tomorrow. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Want to see more content like this? It's really important that you stay safe and informed. Share this down below. Want to help keep other people informed of what's going on with the tropics, and of course the severe weather as well? Then of course share this video with anyone you know. Give this a thumbs up. Hit that notification bell and leave your comments down below. I will see you all again next time. Until I see you again next time, stay safe everyone and have a fantastic Saturday evening. Thanks for watching.